Hi guys, welcome back to Team G Productions. My name is Tom and I am joined by...
Martin Edwards.
Hey, thank you Mr Edwards for coming to visit. And Martin is going to join us on a Guild Ball match report. Who are you bringing with you, mate?
I'm bringing today the Blacksmiths.
You always said broken Blacksmiths, it always innately came out. We've got the Blacksmiths against the Farmers. We've got the two new boy teams against each other in what should be a really, really interesting match. How have you been finding your Blacksmiths?
Well, I've had only 4 games with them, but
yeah, like a blitz tournament.
Blitz tournament, yeah, nothing like a tournament to prepare for using a team. But yeah, really good.
Yeah.
A step change from using Alchemists.
Yeah, because you played, we were just talking about this off camera, you've played Alchemists since about Season 2, since you started. How is this a change then with the Blacksmiths?
Well, getting away from miners from the start, and then smoke with our AoEs, it's just a completely different game dynamic. Getting used to the master-apprentice sort of usage.
Do we have like a favourite pairing so far?
A favourite pairing, I think will have to be ferrite and iron.
It has to be ferrite. Just a favourite. She is the only pairing that matters.
She is.
Ferrite in the other one. And obviously we've got the Farmers team who are going to be playing as well. They are the Honest Land 6 with Bushel removed because I don't like Bushel. So Tater and the Honest Land 6, and we'll look at them in a second. But we had a few games at our Guild War Open Day up at the Harlequins in Blackpool.
We did, yeah.
Very pitched battles between the Farmers and the Brewers.
The Brewers, yes.
You've had slight upgrade in teams since then, so I'm not looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a brutal game. But yeah, we're going to have a look at the team lineups and we'll go to the kickoff in a second.
So the lineup that we've got today is pretty limited because that's the only 6 that we've got. In terms of captain choice, going for ferrite in this game, literally because of the usefulness of a legendary, in the fact that it gives everybody extra +2/+2 movement.
That goal threat when she can take 5
the goal threat
as well.
And also the effect of the hobble in reducing everybody else's movement as well. Absolutely brilliant. Her apprentice is Iron. I've actually been finding that he's actually a good both battering machine and also goal machine in the 4 games I've played.
He's deceptively fast though, isn't he?
He is,
his impetus.
And quite survivable as well in terms of the fact that he's also got tough hide. I've yet to get his heroic play off yet, but that means him getting 2 inches within the goal. But
it's inevitably going to happen today.
In terms of the next master then is Furnace. He's really good in terms of the fact that he can obviously cause burning, negates the first burning as well, gives extra protection to any apprentice within 1 inch by giving them a +1 armour.
That's the Sentinel, isn't it?
It is, and also his heroic play can then also give an additional +1 armour as well, plus giving Searing Strike to the others. He's probably the least, the master that I would least likely choose to be captain though, in terms of the current lineup. And then his apprentice is Cinder, who I've actually been having an awful lot of fun with.
She's amazing.
In the fact that she can do mainly the 6-inch play. Normally try and do that as a last activation by then ganging up around the person that you're going to do it, just to get those additions onto the dice roll, and then if needs be, if it's the ball player, try and get that tackle from 6 inches away for her to then run off and hopefully score a goal. The next master then, with the large shield, is Anvil.
Who's so big we had to kind of rotate him around so you could see him, it's huge.
Absolutely beautiful model. But in some respects probably the next choice in terms of captain, with the additional +1 attack, plus also the fact that if he was there, would be a legendary in terms of everybody gets tough hide. Again, like Furnace, if you're within 1 inch from an apprentice, gives everybody +1 armour as well, which is a really good additional bonus as well. A bit of a beast there to take the damage, chuck him in the front line and take all the hits. And his apprentice then, the damage machine himself, Sledge, in terms of the fact that with his mighty hammer, not so mighty as Anvil's though, it must be the apprentice theme, but the fact that he can obviously use pile driver, and if you can then get it with also then the singled out option as well, that's +5 hits.
7 momentous damage for days.
7 momentous damage is absolutely beautiful.
And I'm playing a team with really bad defence, so this is going to be
so it's actually looking quite good. But then again, all the apprentices are really weak, so they are the options. And we're playing GIC cards in this game. So
and you were saying there's only really one that you would like
to take?
Only
really one that I like to take, and that's Tough as Nails.
Which is great against the Farmers with the knockdowns.
It is, with the knockdown +1 armour, and the fact that you can choose it, so it's not the first model, that, so you can choose which one gets the +1 armour. And more importantly, it gives you a +5 on your heal rate as well.
Which is massive.
Yeah.
So,
And that's the lineup.
beautifully painted as well, mate. They look really good.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to claim that myself. Obviously, sent those away for somebody to actually do that. A guy called Andy Green up in sunny Scotland.
There we go. Shout out. We'll see if we can put a link in below. But we'll go over to the farmers and see what they're facing off against. And here are my fetching farmers in return, and you can see they are pretty much the Honest Land box with Tater subbed in for Bushel just for a little bit of extra protection. So we'll go down the line. We've got Harrow, who's pretty much the only auto include, I dare call him, for a farmers player. Tooled up, you know, the support with the tokens and everything. He's just brilliant. Jack Straw, who is hit or miss at the best of times, but I think against people like Cinder and Ferrite, the ability to teleport away with the ball and run and hide might be quite useful. We've got the big man Grange, because, you know, if you take Thresher, you're a scrub, and he's great. The dashing Tater with his counter charge is always something to think about. I think when we were playing, mate, in Blackpool, he was a beast. He was a beast. He's a pain in the neck.
He is absolutely. Yeah.
Speaking of beasts, the Windolator, he's brilliant. Windle eats things. He'll either do absolutely nothing, could be a complete waste of space, or he will murder everything with a pulse.
I've actually seen him take on a full hammer charge, survive, and then eat him for breakfast.
I think the best play I've had with him so far is when I went on the Battle Hammer and he ate Fillet in one turn. So Fillet charged him, he ate the turn, and then just basically just murdered her back in one spell swoop. He's brilliant when he gets going. And then the little Peck at the end, because Peck is great at waking people up from knockdowns and stuff like that. And I think we are going to be, as much as you get the buff here, I think we're going to be exchanging an awful lot of knockdowns.
We could well be. Yeah.
So that is my lineup. They are pretty healthy in terms of influence. They've got 12 generated base, and then obviously we've got the harvest tokens on top of that. As far as GICs, a little bit more tricky to pick, but I think I'm in a very similar position. There's only one that I really want with this team, and that is Eat Hearty. I'm thinking of Blacksmiths, god damn. Eat Hearty, which is basically they get 3 HP when they come back on the pitch, which is always nice, and it's the 5 HP heal rate. So we both have got a very nice, easy thing to remember, which is the same heal rate.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are our farmers, and we will go to the roll-off to start the game. Okay then, so roll off. That is a 5 and a 6 for you, sir. Would you like to kick or receive?
I'll kick.
You're going to kick. Okay,
Yes.
so we will go to the kickoff next.
Okay, kicking off with Cinder then. Going up 5, just mainly really trying to keep within 6 for the start of the activation within Furnace. So she's got 3-8 kick. Not using the full distance.
She fails that kick.
She fails straight away. So that's a good start.
That bodes well.
So we'll use the Steamcon dice as the direction.
So it's going in
2, and it's going 3, which isn't too bad.
So that's absolutely fine. I think it's going straight along that path, so it'll probably hit
Yeah.
that corner there, mate.
Hit the corner.
Which is good. That is definitely over the line. I'm calling that. There's a little bit of fluff here, but it was definitely just over the line. Pretty much perfect kickoff.
No, it couldn't have worked out better.
And we will go to the influence allocation next. So this is how things look at the start of the first turn, and we've got a bit of a conundrum for the farmers because Cinder's there and she's a pain with the ball killing and the tackle from a mile away. So we've kind of hedged our bets to buy us a bit of thinking time. So we've got 2 on Harrow, 3 on Grange. One of those 2 will probably attempt to go and fetch the ball. 1 on Peck just for a sneaky cocky. 1 on Tater just in case he needs to pass the ball on, or just in case he does kind of barrel in with his counter charge and needs to free up some space. 2 on Windle because he's Windle. And then we've got 3 on Jack Straw just hidden behind the rock at the back. How about you, mate?
Yeah, with the 12 influence, pretty much spread it evenly across the board.
Everybody gets 2.
Everybody gets 2. Really starting from the far side, Iron. Everything really is geared towards getting the team up into the melee as quickly as possible.
Yep.
So Iron there is to give him his impetus, and then also to do his run where he can battering ram everybody up forward an additional 2 inches. And then really it's Cinder's already up there, so she can then obviously, if you don't get the ball, do the kill the ball, and then potentially also do an attack from range as well. And with that, because she's within 6 inches of her master, it'll be a burning strike as well, which is always a bonus.
Always debilitating.
And then Anvil really is there just to sort of do what while the iron is hot, where you can choose the goal, and everybody again moves an additional 1 inch towards the 2 inches towards the goal. So literally it is just there to get everybody up, and if we can get a fight, then it will be Furnace and Sledge who will probably be doing the first bit of battering in turn 1.
I think you can already see like the difference in the spread out of the farmers compared to the big unit of blacksmiths just bundling forward. So it'll be very interesting to see how this looks at the end of the first turn. So we'll go to the farmers' first activation of turn 1. Right, so the farmer's first activation is going to be the cockerel, of all things. It's got a 6-inch move, little Peckington. He just needs to get to this position here for him to be able to snap the ball. And then he is going to attempt to kick the ball to Tater, and because he is within Grange's For the Family aura, he also gets +1 dice and +2 inches to the kick. So the cockerel has got a 3-6 kick, which should be fun. So he's going to try and knock the ball to Tater. So we're after a 4+, and of course we missed. Of course, the cockerel still hasn't learned.
Catching.
It is. It's not good. Our first 2 kicks of the game have failed. So we'll go for green for distance and amber for direction. In the 3 inches, which is just going to shoot off camera behind Tater. It will go through him, the ball path. So I think he's just going to snap the ball, if you're alright with that, mate.
Yeah.
But no momentum generated, which, the temptation would be to just completely leave it, but Cinder with her kill ball and her range is just a bit scary. So we're just going to leave it there and we'll go to the blacksmiths. Right, this looks jazzy already. We've got some iron tech, is it?
We're going to kick off with iron. He's then going to spend 1 to put an impetus on him, which gives the model +2 for movement. And then we'll spend the other 1 to run, which then gives him a run of 10 inches.
Ridiculous.
Using his wonderful tech of a battering ram, so literally anybody during an advance, any model whose base is touched by the model's base suffers a 2-inch push directly away from the model, so effectively running completely across the back line, pushing everybody forward, and then ending up at this point over here, 10 inches from his start point.
That is crazy good, shoving everyone forward, and the blacksmiths are already
setting up on their way to engage with the farmers.
Right, so we'll go back to see what the fearful farmers do next. Okay, so we're going to go with Harrow next, and he's immediately going to use Sow the Seeds because of his Look Busy near a captain. So that's our lovely Art of War Studios token there, little plug. Thank you to Grant. I literally realised we had no farmers tokens like 2 days before we were recording this, so I was like, can you please put some in the post? Because I do have some actual 3D harvest tokens from like the Bristol's Market, but I thought as a thank you we'll use these ones. He's then going to spend 1 of his influence to sprint 8 inches just to this position here, which is within 4 of Windle. So Windle will get his little stop slacking dodge just to there. And then I'm going to use Harrow's last point of influence just to tool up the big angry man there. And we will go back to Blacksmiths. Right, if Steamforged are watching this, you've made these 2 new teams too complicated on the first text. The amount of widgets and stuff. Go on then, mate. What do you do next?
Yes, all keeping in terms of the theme is get to the enemy as quickly as possible. Anvil goes next. He will use his while the iron is hot, choosing the farmer's goal to give everybody a 2-inch dodge. Everyone is within 6 inches of him, so everybody gets their 2-inch dodge forward. And then at the end of Anvil's 2-inch dodge, he then gets to make his 4-inch move, so taking him up literally to that position here with everybody else following on very closely behind him. So the mass rush of the blacksmiths is on.
The march of the blacksmiths. Lovely then, so we'll go back to the farmers. Okay, so Captain Grange is going to step up to the plate next. He's got a 5-inch base move, which will move him just to that position there. He is going to spend 1 point of influence. Actually, no, I'm going to dodge Windle first because I'm going to keep forgetting to do that. So he's just going to dodge to there. And then going to spend 1 point of influence to put up Constitution on Windle, which I have amazingly lost the thing for. So I'm just going to literally chuck it an upside down one there. And then I'm going to spend a 2nd point to put up Honest Labour on Grange, which gives him +1 attack and +1 damage if anyone wants to enter his melee zone. And then finally, I'm going to use Planting Season just to chuck down a harvest marker just behind Harrow here. And that will do for Grange. So back to you, mate.
Okay, we're going to activate Cinder next, principally with the aim of trying to generate some momentum. Because she starts within 6 of her master, she'll get kindled, which means any attacks are burning attacks. So we'll then move forward to this spot here, which puts her within 6 inches of the big fella. He's obviously getting all of the tokens aligned with him.
Clearly outside of 6 of Tater.
Yeah.
Comfortably there.
And outside of the melee range, but getting the bonus for the cover for the potential pain that's going to come her way in a minute.
You're hitting Windle on 2s,
On
mate.
2s, but it will be 5 dice using her special ability in terms of Hot Shot. So we'll get an attack hitting on 2s. Ooh, 2 ones though.
So 3 hits.
3 hits there. What we will do is we will do a momentous 2 damage.
Go down to 1 because he's tough.
Goes down to 1, but more importantly generates me a point of momentum. And then the next thing we'll do is use that last point to chuck up a decoy on Cinder, which gives her a +2 defense against the next enemy attack or character play. So hopefully that, combined with a cover, will mean she's a bit more survivable.
Lovely, and we will see what Tater can do next. So a brutal part that Martin forgot to mention there is it also sets Windle on fire, which without momentum is not good. It basically means he's got a 1-inch move.
Definitely slows you down even more.
Definitely does. So Tater's going to go next. He's simply going to move himself just to about that position there, which will nudge the big man forward again, so just to about there. More importantly, Tater's going to have a go at kicking the ball over to Jackstraw. So because we're near Grange, we've got a 4 dice, 8-inch kick. And we'll see if he's successful. No, kicking is not going the way. I'm going to retire these farmers' dice already. So we'll see where it goes. Just again, go off camera. I'm too busy assuming that the kicks are going to go the right way. So green for direction. In the 4, 2 inches, which is again going straight through Jackstraw. So he's going to take the ball, but again no momentum generated, which is what we kind of wanted, so that is not the best. However, we've got Tater a bit more further up for his counter charge range, and we will go back to the Blacksmiths.
Okay, just for the next activation then we're going to go with Furnace.
Tater's being a pain already.
He is. We're going to try and keep out of that 6-inch counter charge range, but prepare for the Windle charge that's potentially still on its way.
Trundle at this stage because he's on fire.
So we'll go with Furnace. He will start off by, just in case, tooling up Sledge, potentially for his next turn, and then unfortunately we're wasting that 1 momentum as we move him only forward to the 4, which moves him into 1 inch of his apprentice Cinder, giving her a +1 armour should she be attacked. So I think she's got all the defensive tech up possible, but then also giving a 2-inch melee bubble for Anvil as well.
Lovely, and we'll go back to the farmers. So there was a debate there of whether Jackstraw should just run away like a coward into the forest and just, I've got a silly image of like Scarecrow just like playing in the forest, really creepy.
You guys carry on whilst I disappear off over here.
Yeah, you guys carry on with the football, the punching game. But now he's going to sprint up to this position here, which is going to dodge Windle 1 inch forward. Just there. Actually, I'm just going to go side on. I'll move this counter in the way a second. I'm just going to move slightly to the side. But I'm going to spend 2 to Crop Dust Anvil. So he's got 2+ defense Anvil.
2+, yes.
Is he tough-hided though?
He is.
Oh, pain in the neck. He does take a point of damage there.
8 points of damage.
And then what I will do is I get to put 2 harvest markers down. So I'm going to just chuck 1 there. And 1 out wide here, and as I tidy up all of this stuff, I'm just going to nudge everything, but just put Windle a bit more side on there. And the ball will stay on Jackstraw.
Okay, we're going to go next with Ferrite then, as the captain.
She's going to be a pain on you.
She is, just to clear a few of those harvest tokens, because there'll be a pain in a minute, I believe. We'll spend 1 to run, so in essence that means she can run for 7, so she'll do a loop hit the harvest token to clear it, and then she'll spend another one to do her acrobatic, which means she'll end up over here. She's then within 10 inches of iron, so the final piece then will be get over here for iron, so he can then move his basic move rate, but because he's got the impetus as well, his base move is of 6, so I can move him up anywhere within 6 inches.
Give me a tin can.
But in essence, what we'll do is we'll attempt to move him to a point just over here, hopefully not blocking Sledge's counter charge run.
So we'll measure that out in a second, then pop back. Right, you can see the fruits of our pre-measuring here. There's an awful lot that we've just checked out. So Windle's next, and we're going to go with the simple bits first. He's going to eat his big breakfast because he's a hungry chappy, which gives him +2 attack and an additional point of influence, which puts him on 3. You can see Sledge's potential charge range here. If I move to this position, we are just outside of Sledge's 2 inches. So Windle is going to spend 2 influence to charge at Anvil to that position there. Okay, mate?
Yep.
Would you like to take a defensive stance or anything? You've got your point of momentum.
No, we'll just take
see what happens.
We'll take it like a man.
So Windle has got 5 attack basic. He gains 2 because he's had his brekkie, and he gains 4 for a charge. And we are looking for 2s and 2.
2s and 3.
2s and 3.
Yeah. 3 armour.
3 armour. Right. So 2 1s there, -3 away there. Oh, and a 1 there. We've got 5 hits in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be a snack break, but actually we're needing momentum, so I'm going to take the 2 momentous damage up to 3, back down to 2 because it's a 5.
Yes.
So just generate me a point of momentum, thankfully, and it'll also set off Windle's Berserk. So we will take away the charge dice. So we got 5 plus R2.
And at this point, I'll declare a counter.
A counter from Anvil.
Oh no, you can't because
he's only got 1 range,
isn't he? Yeah.
So I'm going to go for a swing. 2s and 3. 1 miss. 3 away is 3 hits. The knockdown's tempting, but screw that. Momentous 2 up to 3, back down to 2.
Back down to 2, yep.
And then I've got 1 left to take a swing with, which I am going to do. So base attack again. No misses that time. I've just knocked Ferrite. Good job we had the proxy base into Ferrite there. I'm knocking all of them off. That's 4 hits. I could pull him. No. Momentous 2 up to 3, down to 2.
Yep.
Windle gonna windle. And then obviously the Berserk attack on top. It's 1, 2 misses, 3 away for armor is 2 hits. Snap break is tempting. I am simply going to do a 1-inch push, I think, because I can't do anything else that's momentous. And I'm simply going to nudge you just so that there is not a base gap between those spots there.
No, there isn't.
Okay, so that generates me a fairly large chunk of momentum, so that's 3 now, which is not too bad. And I think that is everything. So we'll see what Sledge does last. You're going to try and one-shot the chicken here?
Going to try and one-shot the chicken because the avenues to Windle have all been blocked. That nice nudge of Anvil over meant that his path running was a bit risque and bring him into counter-charge range of Tater. So we're going to try and one-shot the chicken. He's tooled up, got tutelage, so he starts within 6, gets to use one of his character plays for free.
Pile driver by any chance?
Pile driver, +3 net hits. Then we'll do a straightforward charge up here, using the 2 to attack the chicken. So that would be basically 5 basic attack, +4 for the charge,
-1
but -1 for cover.
I could take a defensive stance, but I would love to see you roll this many 5s, to be honest. I'd be super impressed.
So 5's a no. Required.
Oh, that is 2 6s.
2 6s. So we'll do that.
And you get your +4 hits.
And we are obviously tooled up as well.
That is just shy of the momentous 7.
So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 5. That will be a momentous 4 up to 5 damage.
Ouch! That is almost all of the chicken's health, but luckily he gets to run away because he's a cowardly chicken.
So in addition to a successful attack, I also get a 1-inch push and a 1-inch dodge as well. So I won't do your. So I could do a 1-inch dodge.
Straight towards the opponent, not back has to be.
Yep.
So yep, straight
and
forward.
That's it. There we go.
Lovely. So we've got the roll off now, mate. So we might as well roll off on camera.
Okay.
So I'm on 3 momentum. You're on 1.
I was on 2 because I just generated the extra one there.
So
you
I'm on
like +1. 6 and 1.
For God's sake.
I think we'll be going first on that one.
I think so.
Yes.
So we'll go to the Blacksmiths first activation, or I will go to the influence allocation next.
Okay.
And this is how the picture looks at the start of turn 2. We've actually had to stack our influence because we're so close to each other. So first of all, I've at a harvest marker that was down here just to give me an extra bit of influence, which puts me up to 13. Windle is on fire. Harrow has healed Windle and Peck, but then Windle's taken his fire damage straight afterwards, so he's still lost a health point. We've got 2 on Jackstraw, terrified of Ferrite coming at him. 4 on Tater, because I think his charge is just pain, really. 1 on Harrow in case we need a tooled up, and I think nothing on Peck. And Grange is probably going to barrel in and deal a fair load of knockdowns, despite the GIC. I think he's just going to come in and smash everything. And then we've got 2 on Windle, because Windle's still alive, which is a very nice thing. So while he's alive, he's going to kill stuff. How about you, mate? You've got 3 on Ferrite there?
Gone for 4 on Ferrite.
Go for the captain's rod?
Potentially. It is an option, but the Scarecrow is an absolute pain to get the ball off and easy to escape once you're up there. And would leave me open. 2 on Anvil.
Yep.
We then got 2 on Furnace. The obligatory 1 on Cinder, just in case there ever is the chance. And then put 3 on Sledge.
To keep chasing the chicken around the place.
Yeah.
So you won the roll off, mate. So we're going to go.
So we're going to go straight to my first activation.
And I think there's not much explaining of our theory here. Big brawl.
Big brawl in the middle.
Try and get the ball.
Who's the last man standing?
Off we go.
Yep. Okay, we're going to kick off with Furnace as the lead. He'll start off by immediately popping up his legendary Tempered Steel, which will give him +1 armour. Not that I'm predicting any forthcoming doom in a minute. And then he'll just take a nice gentle stroll. So he moves within 2 inches of the Windlenator.
Tater can't go there.
Yeah. Blocking his path. And then we'll buy an attack with 6 dice on the big fella. Needing 2s.
2s, yeah, I'm just going to eat it, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So we go for the first lot. That's
everything.
Everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll do pointless because he's got tough hide.
He hasn't got tough hide at the moment.
Hasn't got tough hide at the moment. So we'll do a momentous 1.
Yep.
And a momentous knockdown.
Okay.
Yep.
Put some on his bum.
Put some on his bum.
So you get an extra dice now?
Yep. Buy another attack with the. So that'll be 7 dice. Again needing 2s. Oh. There we go.
1
Same
miss.
again. 1 miss. So that will be again another 6, which we will do. What we will do, we'll do a momentous 1 damage.
Yep.
And then we will follow that with a momentous. Now, do I do the momentous double push? And then block everybody off. Or plus he's burning, so that will get you to. No, what we will do is we'll do a momentous push.
Okay.
To get you into my melee zone. So we'll push you into here. So which brings you. In fact, we'll do the double. To bring you to
Snuggling
there.
everyone.
Snuggling in everyone. So we can have Anvil have a go in a minute.
Lovely, and we'll go back to the farmers. So we're going to go with Grange next, I think, after a lot of deliberation. Grange is going to move to this position here. Martin kindly reminded me about Cinder's unpredictable movement, so I'm just going to go within my 2-inch melee zone, but not in her melee zone. I'm going to spend 1 to have a swing at Furnace. So I've got 6 dice base, hitting Furnace on 3s.
3s, and he's got 3 armour now.
3s and 3 armour. So, 1 miss, 3 armour, 2 hits, kill surprise. That is going to be the momentous knockdown, which is going to give him 4 armour, but he's out of the equation now, which is good.
I can choose on that one, and I'm not going to choose on him.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm also going to dodge Windle just before I forget to dodge him an inch. So he's just going to, even though he's on his bum, he's scooting around. I'm outside of Anvil, we think, but I'm going to have a swing at Cinder. So 6 attack goes down to 5 because of cover. 4s or 5s?
3s and 2 because she's within 1 inch of him.
3s and 2, so 2 miss, 2 armour.
Kill surprise.
Momentous knockdown. Enjoy. Right, so I'm going to spend 2 of my points of momentum to heal conditions on Windle. So he's back up and fighting, which I probably should have just done before then. I am then going to trigger Grange's planting season, and I'm just going to chuck a harvest marker just kind of nearby to the lads, near to the squad, just kind of there. So it can't be ran over because there's an obstacle in the way. I am then going to trigger his legendary play, Huge Tracts of Land, which is going to give everyone within 6 inches sturdy, but it is an aura. So it basically means that this half of the team are all sturdified, which is good stuff, which should be useful in the coming storm of blacksmith punching and anvil and stuff. And then I also get to put down 2 harvest markers within 6 inches. So I'm going to chuck 1 just near the cover by Tater, and then I'm going to chuck another 1 somewhere near Jackstraw. I'll tell you what, I'm going to chuck it back just here as well, just so we've got harvest markers galore. And I've still got 2 left. There's so many markers on the pitch. Then I've got 2 points left, so I'm going to have a swing at Cinder. So 6 attack, -1, +1 because of Windle engaging her.
Yep.
3s and 2? No, what was it? 4s and 2? Did you say?
4s. No, 3s and 2.
3s and 2.
3s and 2.
2 misses. 2 off for armour is going to be a push. I'm just going to nudge her outside of the cover, and then I'm just going to spend 1 to chuck up Honest Labour because I don't fancy rolling for it, which is the +1 attack and the +1 damage to enemies that are within my melee zone. And I think that is probably all of the million things that Grange can do in his life, so we'll go back to the blacksmiths.
So, keeping in theme with the melee in the middle, we're going to activate Anvil next. He's going to spend 2 to clear the conditions on Furnace. So that removes the knockdown. He will then start to buy an attack on the big fella, Windle.
I think, what's Anvil's armour at the moment?
He is 3.
3 armour?
3
I'm
armour.
not going to risk it without the stat break, I don't think.
So 2s and 3s, 7 attacks, +1 with a friend.
So 2 and no armour.
2 and no armour. That's 2 misses. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits in total. And we'll keep in the theme of the game so far. We'll go for the momentous knockdown, but that's
Pops the sturdy.
ignored for the first on the sturdy. And then we will go for the second attack. 2's no. That's everything. So that will be 1, 2.
I forgot the Grange is also sturdy actually. I'm just gonna pop that.
So we'll take the momentous knockdown, or that'll be on the wrap.
Yep.
And then we will do a. We will do a momentous while the iron is hot. Using my goal this time.
Everyone retreats!
Just to give ourselves a bit of breathing space. Using my goal as the zone. So we'll retreat 2 inches back towards my goal. And that's anybody within 6 inches. So that's literally the whole team can have a free 2 inch.
I love the fact that the blacksmiths all were like, yeah, we can do this, and then Windle just comes in. They're like, nope, back away. We'll measure it. We'll come back in a second. Through the magic of video editing, they've all moved. You've also healed, mate, haven't you?
So also healed. Just had a quick query off camera. Healed, obviously, with the magic of the GIC card. 5
on Anvil.
Health points on Anvil, which means he's only lost 2 in all of that. But in essence. More importantly, moved Cinder out of the melee zones of all, but kept Windle in the melee zone of both Anvil and Furnace.
Lovely. So we'll go back to the farmers.
So Harrow is going to go next. He's going to immediately clutter the pitch with more harvest markers. So he's going to chuck one there, actually, I think, just in front of him. He's simply just going to make a base move just to that position there, which will dodge Windle an inch back out of sad time range of these mean people. And he's going to spend his 1 to tool up the big man should he need it. And I think we're pretty good with that. So we'll go back to you, mate.
Have you ever seen so many tokens on a pitch?
No, never have.
And half of the pitch.
But we'll go for a pretty sort of uninspiring term from the Blacksmiths.
Bait the tater.
Bait the tater, and also get back somebody back in the melee range of Windle to stop him being able to stand up and potentially charge for free. At least you then got to try and move him again. So we're going to go with the big fella, Iron. So he's literally only going to just move his 4 inches to the predetermined spot here, which brings him into 1 inch melee, just outside of the 2 inch melee from Grange. But it gives then the opportunity for, should he wish it, for Tater to have a counter charge as he's moved within the 6 inches.
Tater will pass. Tater will be okay, thank you.
Yeah, he'll give that one a miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to the farmers then.
Back to the farmers.
Okay, so what we're going to do is Peck is going to move just to that position there, still within cover. That will allow Windle to make a 1 inch dodge, and Windle is simply going to make a dodge just backwards there. And what that should do, we've pre-measured it, is open up a potential charge lane for Tater through the middle there, should he need it. And I don't think we're going to use any of the Cockerel's Heroic or any of that stuff. We're just going to sit there and see where we go next.
Okay, as you can see, we're going to go for the potential goal run with Ferrite on the Scarecrow. While some may view it as a bit of a waste, I am going to pop her Legendary now. The rationale behind this is give her a base move of 7, which keeps her out initially of Tater's countercharge range, and then we'll spend 1 to then do an acrobatic to get her into the Scarecrow's melee zone.
Now, there's no point me trying to counter-attack here because I've got 3 attack base and you've got 2 armour and you're in cover. So
this effectively gives me 2 opportunities to get an attack with hopefully then a shot on goal to follow. So let's see how this one goes. So the first attack then will be base 6, but it goes down to 5. Base 5 goes down to 4 because you're benefiting from cover as well.
And you need 5 pluses on the Scarecrow base.
5 pluses. Oh, there's a 1. And that will effectively be not very good.
It's not her tackle.
We'll do a momentous disarm. Just to generate a bit
just
of momentum.
I've got like no tack at all.
Just to rub it in.
So she's had 1 for the sprints. She's base move.
One attack.
1 acrobatic.
We'll bonus time this one. which I should have probably done the last time, to give her a 5 base attack.
Okay.
So 5s.
Oh, one again, that's not it.
We'll go for, he's not got any armour, has he? So we'll do a non-momentous 1 damage.
That is a kick in the gentleman area now.
Yeah.
That's the goal run gone.
And we'll go again spending the momentum point
To bonus.
to bonus time. So yep. See, that's
Now
the
you get
roll.
it.
That's the roll he wanted earlier. So we'll take it anyway. The momentous tackle, which is disappointing, but hopefully she'll be able to hold on to the ball for a little while. I doubt it very much.
Windle's there. Okay then, so that was really unlucky, mate. So I think Windle's just seen the pretty lady run past him, and he's been on his bum, and he's like, "Oh, pretty lady, you got to go after that." So he is going to spend a momentum to heal his knockdown condition. He is going to eat his big breakfast, which will give him +2 attack and an additional point of influence. He's simply going to mosey. He's like, "Chase pretty lady," to there. And then he is going to buy a round of attacks. So, see if I can actually roll decent. We've got 5 tap base, +2 for big breakfast, -1 because of cover, +1 because of jack straw. And we are aiming for 3s and 2, aren't we, mate?
You are?
With a tooled up Windle, so we'll see how we do. So, first round of attacks. Oh, bad. 2 away is going to be 1 damage up to 2, non-momentous, not great. Berserk attack on top. It's better though. It's going to be the momentous 3. And I'll swing again. So again, not great. 2 away is going to be 1 up to 2.
Okay. 10 health left.
Berserk, and I'm going to bonus time it. I think we're going to need to at this stage. That's better. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be 4 damage. Swing again. So take the bonus time away. Oh, that's an awful roll. That's
no hits.
No hits, which won't trigger the berserk. That is atrocious. Sad.
That was very surprising.
Sad Windle is sad, and I've got no momentum. So I think that's only fair, to be honest, mate. You missed the goal run, I missed the kill with Windle.
Yeah.
Tater's gonna have to come in and.
I think we both would have put money on both of those options before the.
Yeah, that's. For God's sake, Windle, you suck. He's like, she's pretty, but I can't kill the pretty lady, so I'm just gonna maim her a little bit. So yeah, we'll go back to Cinder and Sledge.
Okay, so we're going to go with next. We'll go with Sledge. First off, he starts within 6 of his master, so under tutelage, I'll give him Pile Driver for free. He's literally just going to walk up and then start pummeling into Grange.
Yeah, I can't do anything because I didn't get my momentum that I needed.
Yeah.
You have to eat the pain.
So moving out to there. Just over here. There we go. So buying the first attack will be 5 dice base, -1 for the cover. We'll bonus time it for an extra dice, so giving us the 5 dice.
3s and 0, mate.
3s and 0. Oh,
The dice gods.
the dice gods have deserted everyone. So that's 1 hit. We'll do a momentous 1 damage.
That's 25. Good luck.
We won't waste the pile driver on that one. We'll go again. So 5 dice. We'll bonus time it again.
I think bonus time is going to be what we need in this match.
So we're going again. 3s.
That's enough. That's 2 misses.
That's another 2 misses. 3 hits. What we will do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll use the pile driver this time then. Take it up to a momentous 4 damage.
Down to 21.
Yep. And we'll buy one last attack with the model. Bonus timing it again.
Yep.
5 attacks, meaning 3s.
That's
So yeah, that's the roll you wanted
But you've
on the
used your
first
pile
time.
driver
Use the
now.
pile driver now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, will be another momentous 4 damage.
Ouch. 2, 3, 4, 20. No, sorry, 17.
And what we will do though is with that, because I can do a push.
Yeah,
So
you can
in
knock it
addition
back.
to any successful attack or character play, I can do a push. I won't push you, but I'll dodge towards you. 1. There we go. Let's move it up to there. There we go,
Okay.
and that's the end of the turn.
Well, yeah, we've got Tater. Right, so as much as Tater would absolutely love to go and smash into Sledge with Honest Labour up and that, I think we're going to have to play the actual ball game. He is going to declare a charge just along this pathway into Ferrite there, and you're playing your Brace for Impact, mate.
Yeah.
So, tough-eyed and sturdy, and stoic, sorry. It is 5 tack base, +4 for a charge, would be +2 for mates, but -1. Because of the cover, I'm also just going to dodge Windle just to there, just so he's a bit further forward, still in the cover. 3s and 2 on Ferrite, yeah?
Yep. 3s and 2.
Please get this Tater, that would be great. So 2 miss, 2 away for armour. I've just rolled that over, but it was a hit. For 6 hits. See, 4, 5, 6 is a wrap. I'm gonna take the. I've just dodged Tater away from where I wanted to kick. Never mind. Not dodge Windle away from where I wanted to kick, but never mind. I am going to take the. How much health has she got?
She has got 6 health left.
Do you know what? Right. Take the momentous 3 and then the momentous 1, which is 4, and then you take 3 extra damage from. Actually, oh no, I'm not. No, take it back. I'm going to take the tackle and the momentous 1.
Right ahead. She's got 5 left.
But she will then take 3 damage from the sweeping charge. So will Jackstraw. Windle is outside of Tater's range, so that leaves her on 2 health.
Yep.
That's a more sensible course of action, I
That
think.
is definitely a more sensible course.
So I'm going to swing again. So we lose our 4 for the charge. 5 base, +1, plus another 1, -1 because of the cover. I am going to bonus time it because the way my dice rolling has been trash. 3s and 2. Oh, never insult the dice before you roll it.
Only 1 hit.
Oh, goddamn. Never insult the dice before you roll it. Sorry, dice gods. That is going to be momentous 1.
Okay.
And
1
then
health left.
I'm going to swing again with bonus time again. 5 plus 1 plus 1. 3s and 2. Oh, thank God. And then 2 is 3. Is going to be the momentous 2 damage.
Okay.
And the takeout of Ferrite. And then all Tater is going to do is drop the ball, and Jackstraw is going to snap it. And that is Tater done, and the first points on the board.
It is.
I
Yep.
think. Or did we forget the tough hide from your?
He plays the cause damage to the playbook results. -1 damage.
So that first charge
For the
you
duration
have.
of the charge.
Yeah,
That's
so
only
you
the
wouldn't-
First charge. Yeah, I think you did 2 damage on that last one, so we'll take it as.
Okay, I think I'll put it in editing here. I think that's probably a cock up because we've. I wouldn't have got my 1 damage on the wrap, but Martin gentlemanly.
Yeah.
She should have died.
She would have died anyway.
So spam our comments, but never mind. So yeah, we were just saying off camera, it's one of those things where you play a card and then immediately forget to enforce it. So we've just said that we also realised the Scarecrow should have hobble. So it doesn't make up for the fact I think I just got an illegal kill, but
that's fine. I'm halfway there and actually remembering I had the card in my
this is
in my deck.
Now there's GICs and plot cards on top. It's too much to remember.
Too much to think about.
Anyway, Cinder.
But anyway, Cinder, last activation. Going to forgo a movement to stand up, so clear the knockdown. She's within 6 of her master, so she gets kindled, so it'll be a burning attack. We'll buy the 1 attack against the Captain Grange.
+1, -1.
+1, -1 for cover and addition. So we'll then buy an attack, aiming for 3s.
3 pluses.
So here we go. And that's just 2 hits.
The dice gods really hate
Yeah,
us today.
they do. They're not in our favour today. What she will do is just take a momentous dodge, just to generate an extra piece of momentum. And then she'll do a 1-inch dodge away from the melee. And bring her back here, and that's the end of the Blacksmiths
take us to the roll-off.
handing over to the last man on the, on the
Scarecrow.
Farmers team, Scarecrow, who's disarmed and hobbled.
Right, we're back to the massively cheating farmers, and essentially Jackstraw has got this ball over here. I'm at my max allocation of tokens when I do this, so I can't actually put down 2 crop markers, which is a pain in the neck because I can't really teleport that far. Simply, Jackstraw's going to spend 2 to crop dust here. We've got 1 within 4. He's then going to teleport to it, either using his 1 per turn or 1 at the end of the turn. It doesn't really make too much difference. And he's just going to teleport to that location there and feel sorry for himself. So that takes us to the roll-off, mate. You've got 6 and I've got 2, so you're at +4 advantage. I think I've got some space here if you want to roll off.
Right here.
That's a 4 for you and a 5 for me. So first or second, mate?
I think I will, this turn, probably go first.
Lovely, so we will come back with the turn 3 allocation. Okay, so this is how things look at the start of the 3rd turn, and the farmers have vet all but 2 of their harvest markers, so we're on quite a hefty 15 influence here. Jackstraw at the back has got 3, just to teleport. He can't quite get on goal because he needs to have kind of pre-established harvest markers, but it'll kind of keep it away from people. 2 on Windle to do the Windle stuff, 4 on Taters to do the Tater stuff. Grange has got a hopeful 4 on him. He's hoping that Sledge doesn't just come and absolutely murder him to death, which I think is probably going to happen. 1 on Harrow, just in case we need to sow some seeds or tool anyone up, and 1 on the Rooster, just in case we need to put Cocky on anyone, such as Grange, if he survives. So how about you, mate? You've got...
Yeah, we've got 3 on Sledge, the 1 on Cinder, 2 on Furnace, 2 on Anvil, 2 on Iron, and... just off, probably,
you can see Ferrite just snuck in.
Just sneaking back on the pitch is Ferrite, and just giving her 2 as well.
So what's the plan for this turn?
The plan potentially for this turn is we'll give it a go and try and take out Grange.
Yep. Get that stack off the pitch.
Yeah, before he goes on a murderous run. And then try and work out some way to get that ball back, which I think is going to be nigh on impossible now that the Scarecrow's got it in. Unless we can get Ferrite back up the pitch. But I think that's not going to happen this turn, definitely.
Right then, so we'll see how it goes with the Blacksmith's first activation of turn 3.
Okay, we're going to kick off with Anvil then.
I should mention all of Harrow's healing happen off camera, but I'm not going to go through that every time.
Yeah, a momentous amount of healing.
People are better.
They are a lot healthier. So we're going to go off with Anvil first, just to sort of set up bits and pieces later for Sledge. So he's going to move into his 1-inch melee range with Grange, keeping outside of the 6-inch countercharge range from Tater, and then he will then buy an attack against the big fella.
I'm going to counter just to force the knockdown, I think.
Okay, so it'll be 6 normally, +1 -1 because of friends and cover. So 6 attacks, needing 3s, and that is obviously a hefty 1, 2, 3. Cool, that's good. We're going to have to get rid of the counter though in this respect, and we'll go for the momentous knockdown.
Okay, that puts Grange on his bum.
Yeah. And then we'll buy another attack.
You guys hitting on 2s now.
Ooh, no, shall we? No, we'll take the non-momentous knockdown and a double push, methinks. Because I think that may come in handy. In terms
So you could push him out of cover, I suppose.
Could push him out of cover and get him into a few more people's melee range. So with the double push, we'll bring you smack bang into the middle here.
That's a bad place to be.
Yep. So then that will be that was non-momentous. So we have then got 6 base attack, no longer cover, and 2 friends. So needing 2s now to hit. And again, that's everything. So
poor Grange.
that will be 6 were then the wrap round. Not quite enough for what I wanted to do. So what we'll do is we'll build up the momentum on this one. We'll do a momentous singled out.
Yep.
Follow them with a momentous push.
Okay.
So no damage, but we'll just get you more into a bit of pain for the next turn.
Lovely.
And I'll do that after this.
Okay, so the dice math is really not favourable in this situation, but we're going to have to go with Grange just because he's going to have to do something before he dies. So he's going to stand. He's in the melee zone of Anvil, Furnace and Sledge, but just outside of Cinders, and he's got 6 attack, and he can't really hurt anyone. He's going to have to swing at Cinder. So he's going to spend 1. His 6 attack goes down to 3, and she's 3s and 2s. So we basically need 3 3+s here.
Yep.
Oh, good times. Right, so 2 away is going to be the momentous knockdown on Cinder.
Yep.
Which is a good start, but it doesn't really change our attack situation much in the sense that everyone else is still a pain in the neck to hit. So the next thing is, we've already spent our movement, is we are going to spend the momentum that we've just earned to heal ourselves 5 HP. So that knocks us up to 24. So we're then going to have a swing at Cinder again, I think. We're just going to see if we can farm her a little bit. So 3 dice, needing 2s and 2.
Yep.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Swing again. 1 hit is going to be 1 damage. And then we're going to spend our 1 just to chuck up Honest Labour. And I think we're going to throw out our harvest marker within 2 inches, and I think we're just going to chuck it just in front of Harrow there. Oh, actually, screaming in the background, as we can hear from downstairs. There's some drama going on, but I think we're actually just going to put it there, just so Windle could potentially munch it.
Okay, next activation then.
Try to rob me of my counter charge.
Yes, rob you of your counter charge, put a bit of action in. We're going to go with Iron next. So he's going to spend his 2 to charge. Has a charge of 6, and he's going to go straight for Tater. Avoiding the 2-inch melee of Windle.
Outside of Harrow's 2-inch as well.
Yeah.
Just.
And so he would be 6 plus 4 minus 1 for the cover.
Hitting Tater on 4s, mate.
Tater on 4s. So here we go. Oh,
It's not bad.
not bad.
About
1, 2,
50-50.
3, 4, 5 hits. So that's not too bad. Just check the playbook. So what we'll do is we will take a momentous 4 damage.
Ouch. Yeah, Tater's not the strongest in the world, so he's on
12 health.
And then that will be back over to the farmers.
Right, so rationale thinking here is essentially Harrow could go in and help Grange out by engaging Sledge, which is a heavy hitter kind of down the drain a bit. It's also an activation that needs to come, but he's only got 1 on him, so he can't really do too much. Peck could help Grange away from the knockdowns, but realistically, if Sledge is coming in with a pile driver, it's not great. Sledge has to be within, like, what, 6 of Anvil for tutelage, so
he does,
that's not going to be great either way. So all we're going to do with Windle is we're going to move just to this position here, so we are engaging both Iron and Anvil, but not engaged by either of them. We're going to eat this harvest marker, so we can have our big breakfast, and we gain a point of influence. And what we're going to do is we're going to spend 1 to have a swing at Anvil. So we've got 5 tack base, we get 2 for big breakfast, we get 1 for Grange crowning, and we get another 1 for honest labour, and we're on +1 damage. So 2s and 3
2s and
on
3,
Anvil.
yeah.
With tough hide, So, 2 misses, 3 armor, and it's just going to be the straight damage, isn't it? So 4 is going to be the momentous 2, which go up to 3 down to 2, and then we get our berserk attack. So we'll swing again. No misses that time. So 3 armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be a non-momentous 3 damage. Swing once more. Again, no misses. So 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll take the non-momentous 3, which will trigger the berserk. Yeah, so the honest labour is the +1 and the tough hide minus is off. So I'm just going straight off the playbook. 2 misses, 3 misses. 3 away is a momentous 2. And then a final round of attacks. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, as soon as it leaves your hand, you see the ones. It's like sad times. Is 4.
3 armor. Yeah.
Oh, 3 armor, sorry, mate. It's going to be the momentous 2 anyway. And then the berserk attack, which is last. He's got far too much health, but 1, 2 misses, 3 away for armor. 1, 2, 3, 4 is another momentous. Oh, I could push him. Could push him away. Is that a better use of my time? Yeah, I think just for the sake of helping Grange out, I'm just going to do a 2-inch push instead. Just chuck Anvil out wide. So it's not a bad showing for Windle. He's kind of came in, dealt a bit of damage, got me some momentum on the board. And we'll see what the Blacksmiths can do in retaliation next.
Right, so next activation then we'll go with Furnace. What he's actually just going to do is walk around, staying out of Windle's melee into this area here. He will then tool up, sledge, and he will then buy an attack on Grange. So that will be 6 dice, let me just check, sorry, 6 dice basic, +1 for a friend.
Won't be counter-attacking, I'm just going to leave it as is.
Already have. So needing 3.
3 to 0 armor.
Ooh.
Oh.
So that is
4 hits?
4 hits in total, which will mean that we will.
Did you roll the extra 2 for singled out, mate?
No, I didn't. No.
Roll them now if you want. There we go. I'm making it up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
cheated
yeah.
earlier on.
Yep. No, well remembered.
Yep, 2 more hits.
2 more hits. So we're up to 6 hits in total. So that will then be. That's a wrap. So we will do a momentous knockdown followed by a. Has he got tough hide?
He does not have to fight.
Momentous 1 damage. And I'll spend that 2 momentum straight away to heal 5 health on Anvil.
So Anvil's up to 10.
10.
And Grange is on 23.
23. A long way to go yet.
Chopping down the redwood.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Harrow is up next. He is starting his activation within 4 inches of Grange, so he's just going to chuck a harvest marker just nearby there. He is then going to move just to engage both Sledge and Furnace. Because of that, it will bring Windle a 1-inch dodge in, just to that position there, so Windle is engaging everybody under the sun. And Harrow is then going to spend his 1 just to have a round of attacks. So, we have got 5 attack base, we have got 1 for Windle, 1 for Harrow, and another 1 for honest labour, and we are going to be swinging at Sledge, so we lose 1 because Sledge is in cover. I think that is all of the ones we're after. So, we're on +1 damage, we're after 4s and 1.
So you're attacking him?
Yes.
Yep, okay.
And I've missed everything.
4s and 2s.
4s and 2.
Because he's 1 inch of a master.
Never mind, it's missed everything because my dice rolling sucks. So don't worry. That'll do. Basically, stand there for a bit of crowding, but we'll go back. Never mind, Harrow. You tried. You tried.
Okay.
Right, bring the pain.
We're going to go with Sledge next. He's still within 6 of his master, so he gets tutelage and the pile driver. He'll be 5 base attack, +1 for a friend, but that gets negated. But he also remembers again this time they're singled out, so that's +2 attacks. Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, 3 misses.
3 misses.
Those gods are still angry.
They are. So that's up to 4.
You could get Team Momentous 7 though.
We will do. We'll take that up. We'll use the pile driver and take that up to the Momentous 7 damage.
That puts Grange on 16 health.
16 health. Righty-ho. We'll then go again. So that's 1 attack, 2 attacks. So again we're on the base of 7 attacks. We will bonus time this one. So we'll go for 8 attacks, needing 2s. And that is everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that will be 4, 7. So that'll be and he's tooled up as well. So that
Also,
should
it's
be
extra point damage, yeah.
8. So he'll do a Momentous 8 followed by a Momentous 2. So a total of 10 damage.
7, 8, 9, 10. That puts Grange on 5 health. That made a difference.
Yeah. And then we'll buy the last attack.
Yep.
With him, and again we'll bonus time. So we use one of the 2 bonuses there for 8 attacks.
Valiant Grange, he tried.
2s.
Oh, I think you're probably going to be alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry.
He's got 5 left.
4, 5. That's the Momentous 4 that goes up to 5.
Ah, that is both captains have been taken out of their games. That is 2 points for you, mate.
2 points, and we're back on level pegging.
And you get the momentum for the takeout as well, don't forget.
Yeah. And he's just going to stay where he is, I think.
Lovely.
Ready for the next round.
Retaliation. Super easy one for me. The cockerel is just going to move to this position here and spend its 1 influence just to put Cocky on Tater, so he'll ignore the next status condition, apart from taking out, that he takes. And back to you, mate.
Okay, so the next one will be Cinder, forgoing her movement just to stand up. She starts obviously within range of her master, so we kindled, and then she'll spend that 1 to take a shot at the big fella. Normally 5 attacks, +1 for the crowd out from Furnace.
2
6s, needing 2s. And that's 5 hits. And so we will take a Momentous 2 damage.
And that drops
And then
in
that's the end of her activation.
It's
And
also
she's
on
also
fire.
burning as well.
Again. Right, so Tater and I are just going to square off, I think, for the moment. To be honest, I was tempted to just take the parting blow and walk up and beat up Sledge, but to be honest, Iron's near, and I've got 4 influence, so I'll take a swing. 5 tap base, +1 for a mate, -1 for the cover. After 2s with 2 with Tough Hide. So a miss, and 2 is a Momentous 2 damage, mate, which will go down to 1.
Righty-ho.
Second swing. Is nothing, because the Momentous 1 will be ignored. Swing again, come on dice. Be less rubbish. No, apparently not.
No.
Nothing. I like how I can't even roll 2s.
And I'll spend 1 to have a counter attack.
Have a counter attack.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, there we go. Right, so 1 miss, then 2. That'll be the Momentous 2, which will go down to 1, mate.
Okay. So then we will go for 6 basic, -1 for the cover.
And
-1
-1 for
a
Wyndham.
friend, so 4s.
Yes, that's 4s on Tater. Just off camera, but it is.
It's off camera.
1
and
hit,
it is only
3
1 hit. I will
ones.
just put it on there because
Yeah, because that was atrocious.
Atrocious roll.
I'm glad I found my kindred spirit of dice rolling. Martin can stay on the channel more often.
And we'll just do the 1 damage then.
I'll take that 1 damage. That knocks Tater down a little bit further. But what I'm actually going to do is spend 1 of my momentum to heal him 5 HP. So all the damage that he's taken is
All gone.
nulled. And then we'll go see what Ferrite can do for round off the Blacksmiths.
Okay, so I've only got Ferrite left, just coming back on the pitch. Spent a bit of time in the bin. We'll then spend one for a run, and then do a 2-inch dodge with her acrobatic, which then takes her to there. And we'll spend one of my momentum points to heal her for 5.
Lovely. Right, there's just been so much measuring to see how this works, because Jack Shaw wants to play in the forest. So, 2-inch base move, just to the edge there. He's then going to chuck a crop circle down, where you can see just here, for 2. He's then going to spend 1. It makes no odds which one he spends because he's got a free one, but he's just simply going to teleport just to this location here with the ball, and hopefully setting up a goal run next turn while also protecting the ball. But obviously, if I hide him behind trees, Martin will forget he's here, and then I'll be absolutely fine. So shh.
Just keep your quiet.
But that does bring us to the end of the turn, mate.
It does.
So I've got 4 momentum, you've got 5. So you're on a +1.
Only up by 1.
I think we've got space here to
Yeah.
roll. 6 and
5.
5. So it's a draw.
Yep.
Roll again.
Ooh, 6.
6. That's yours. One. Do you want to go first or second?
I think we'll try and deny that goal run by going first, I think.
Right then, so we will go to turn 4.
Yeah.
We foolishly said
And
this
it's
was only
only
last.
2.
We foolishly said this was only last 3 turns. But yeah, we'll come back in a second. I like how I can't actually fit these guys in camera shot because we use the full width of the pitch. Yeah, I've just said to Martin, next time he comes, he needs to bring a team that will actually freaking die. God damn it. So, I'll start with the Farmers. Jack Shaw's got 2 at the top. We've kind of realised that Ferrite is going to easily maim the living daylights out of him. Windle on 2, Tater on 4, Granger's just popped on at the bottom of your screens on 5, and 2 on Harrow. So I've vet pretty much all of my harvest markers bar 2. Harrow's healed everyone around him. Windle's still on fire, but it doesn't matter because he's kind of in the middle. Rationale here is realistically, I think Ferrite's going to come and hobble and disarm Jack Straw, so he's just there to be an annoyance, which I think he is.
Yep.
But it's going to be try and get Grange stuck in and see if we can turn the tide of this scrum in the middle. How about you, mate?
Okay, well, part of that impending doom then is I put 5 on Ferrite, the first time I've managed to actually use the full influence count on a captain model. So we'll see how that one goes. It's then really just 1 on iron, 1 on anvil and 1 on furnace, really just to sort of set up, really sledge if they can for a counter-attack opportunity, but I'm a bit concerned about obviously the Grange Master coming back in on the that side of the pitch.
He's deeply unimpressed with Sledge.
He is. He's probably going to come in for a bit of payback, but we'll see if we can return the favour again for him.
Lovely. So we'll go to the first activation of turn 4. So you're going to ruin my fun time with Jack Straw in the forest.
I am, yeah. I'm going to come into the forest and have a little bit of a play myself.
That sounds pretty creepy.
But we'll do then the do a 2-inch dodge with the acrobatic.
Yep.
And then use 2 influence, obviously with -2 on the move, going through the woods to charge then the scarecrow, which should then bring me to this point here.
I am going to take a defensive stance, so you've got to hit me on 6s.
Exactly, yeah.
Because we saw what happened last time, Ferrite went after Jack Straw.
Let's not make this easy for myself. So that will be then 5 base dice, 4 for the charge, but -1 for the cover in the woods, isn't it?
I'm not sure if you get cover in the woods. I think it's just rough ground, mate.
Just rough ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Screw it if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments.
Righty-ho. So we'll then do 9 dice, needing 6s.
You want 2 6s here. You got 1.
Got 1.
Got 1.
Got 1. That will be a momentous disarm.
Okay.
So it generates a point of momentum.
And that basically means Jack Straw can't attack anything.
Exactly.
You're going to hate that scarecrow by the end of this game.
We'll then buy another attack.
Yep. So base attack this time.
Base attack this time. 5s. Keeping the point of momentum.
Needing 5s.
Needing 5s.
She's
that's better.
got 2.
So that will be a momentous tackle.
Lovely. So she'll steal the ball back.
Steal the ball. And then we'll buy 1 last attack. Then doing the 5s again. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. But she got the ball, which is the main thing.
Which is the main thing, which is stop the scarecrow and also disarm the scarecrow.
Exactly. So we can't really snazz it back.
No. Which is an added bonus, and that's the end of the blacksmith's first go.
Lovely. Okay, Grange is going to do Grange things, and he's just going to make a 7-inch base move because he's on fast ground. Just to that position there. So he's within an inch of cover, engaging Cinder and engaging Sledgeman. He is going to take a swing at Sledge. So 6 attack base, -1 because of cover, but +1 because of Harrow.
Yep.
So needing 4s and 2.
4s and 2. That's good.
That's enough for the. Oh yeah, momentous knockdown. Don't know why I even think about it anymore. Just, yeah, knock him on his bum. He's then going to swing again at Sledge, I think. So we're on 3s and 2 now.
You are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bad. Oh, that's not the best. And then 2, 1 hit, 1 damage.
Damage.
Swing once more. These farmers' dice are really not loving me at the moment. Really not. Okay, as if on cue they heard 3 hits, momentous 2. Swinging at Cinder might be a good option. So I've got 2 left, so the Honest Labour is going to be wanted, realistically. Just to kind of force people to deal with Grange. So I'm going to... Sledge is on 9 health. So I can hit Sledge, which basically means Windle's going to eat him alive. Or hit Cinder, which is a pain for... I'm going to hit Sledge. I love how I talk myself out of this. It's either I could do something tactical, or I could hit stuff, and then the Butcher's player comes out, and it's like, yeah, hit stuff. Watch me mess this dice up now. Yeah. Non-momentous 1. It's still damage though, and then I'm going to spend 1 to chuck up Honest Labour. And then, because I can remember the pain Sledge dished out, I'm going to spend 1 of the 2 momentum that I've earned to heal 5 health, which puts me on 21 again. And I need to chuck out Harvest Marker, because, you know, Grange being Grange, so I'm just going to chuck 1. Just there, and I think that is probably all of Grange's fun time shenanigans. So back to you, mate.
Okay, we're going to go for a nice simple turn. We've already put it in place. Furnace is going to go next. He's going to chuck up 1 at a time lance. It doesn't cost anything at all. You're going to spend 2 of my momentum to hopefully delay the doom and heal 5 on Sledge, so that takes him back up to full health. He's also going to use that 1 influence to tool up the young fella in the hope that he'll be able to knock out some damage again on Grange on the next turn round.
Lovely. Right, we're going to go with Harrow next, I think, mate. Harrow is going to spend 1 of his influence to tool up Windle. I was tempted to tool up Tater, but I think I'm going to tool up Windle. He's going to move just to that position there, which will allow Windle to have a 1-inch dodge. So Windle's just going to dodge into the middle there. We're outside of the crowding and stuff like that now, so we're going to have a swing at Sledge. So, we've got 5 tap base, -1 for cover, +1 for Grange, plus another 1 for Honest Labour. Okay?
Yep.
We're after 3s and 2.
3s and 2.
And then 2 is a successful 2 hits. The push is tempting. He's got to be within an inch of Furnace, has he? For the +1 armour?
Yes.
So I might... Can I push him? Yeah, I think I'm just going to push him right into this corner, just outside of an inch, but just being ganged by both, if that's alright, mate.
Yep.
And then over to you. That was a useful little push then.
Yeah, it definitely was. It's taken him out, and we'll make it difficult next turn. But we'll go next with Anvil. He'll then be looking for a bit of a recompense. He's obviously got to get himself into range to start off with. So we will be... Do that 1, 2... Oops, sorry.
No worries.
Bring ourselves round to here.
Okay.
Keep him within
6 inches.
6 inches of the big fellow over there. And then we will buy an attack on... What was that one? We'll buy an attack on this guy here.
Okay, so 2s on Windle.
2s on Windle, 6 base dice. No ganging up or crowding out in this area. So we go. 2 misses. So
No
a
armor.
total of 4 hits. We will do a momentous knockdown.
Okay.
And then that will be it.
Okay, I think it's going to be Peck here. And Peck is simply going to move just to engage Iron. Finish within 4 of Windle. So Windle can make a dodge. So he's still going to be within the crowding area. And I think that will do for our next plan, I think. Potentially. Maybe. I might have just messed that up actually, but never mind. Yeah, I have just messed that up. I'm going to take the dodge back. Because I'm going to move... If I dodge that way, I'm going to dodge away from my harvest marker that I need. So I'm just going to stay within the 2 and dodge that way actually. So never mind.
So we're going to go with Sledge. He's going to forego his movement to stand up.
He's like, didn't I kill you a minute ago?
Yeah. A bit of deja vu here. He's got within the 6 of his master, so he gets pile driver under the tutelage piece, and then we'll buy an attack against Grange.
So -1 for cover, -1 for harrow.
Yep. So we're down to 4 dice.
We need 3s on Grange.
Sorry, down to 3 dice. So we'll bonus time it to give us 4.
Okay. 3 pluses. All hits.
All hit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. We will take that up using the pile driver straight away to do a momentous 8 damage.
So yeah, crikey, that is a hefty hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Puts me on 30.
So we'll go again, and we will bonus time.
So 4 dice again.
4 dice up to 5 with the bonus. Sorry, yeah, 4 dice again, isn't it? Yeah.
3s.
3s. And that's 3 hits. So that'll be a non-momentous pile driver.
Okay.
So
To go for the 2 big swings,
so go
basically.
for 2 big swings rather than 2 little swings. And then
Is it once per turn pile driver or multiple times?
it is no, multiple times.
Oh,
Yeah.
hashtag broken blacksmiths.
But it is only 3 attack dice.
Don't try and make it better, it's still disgusting.
And we will go with 2
2
hits. And we'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that up to momentous 4, which goes up to 5. Momentous
2,
5.
3, 4, 5. Leaves Grange on 8.
Okay. And that's the end of that turn.
So Tater's up next. He has got 5 tack base against Iron, but he loses 1 because of the cover, but he gains 1 because of Peck being nearby. We're going to pay for a round of attacks. So with 2s and 2 on Iron.
Yes.
That was good. 3 is going to be a momentous mow down. So I'm going to knock Iron and Peck down.
Okay.
I am then going to charge at Anvil, just to that position there, for 2. And that will be 5 tack base, plus 4 for the charge. But because you're in that aura, you don't suffer ganging up, am I right? Or is it Tater who's fine with it?
Whilst within this aura, models do not gain ganning up or suffer crowding out penalties.
But Tater isn't in the aura, so he would gain the 1
Tater
for
is.
Windle. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm hitting Anvil on 2s with 3.
It does say suffer crowding out penalties.
So crowding out is when Anvil's attacking.
Yes, it is. Sorry.
So
yes.
I think,
Yep,
correct us if
we're
we're
going
wrong.
on. Correct.
So I'm swinging at Anvil, 2s and 3s.
2s and 3, yes.
Well, that's
That
the
is
dice.
Everything.
2, 4, 6, 7.
Dice gods have come back in favour.
Just outside of Peck. Oh, am I? No, actually. I think I'm just in Peck, so Peck's going to take the pain here. So 7 is going to be a wrap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On Anvil, that'll be a momentous 3 and a momentous 2, so it'll be 2 and 1 because of his tough hide. And then he'll take 3 damage, Iron will take 3 damage, and Peck will take 3 damage because of sweeping charge.
And Iron's also got tough hide.
Tough hide doesn't affect traits, so Anvil, did he take his 3 as well?
Anvil takes 3 as well.
So yeah, and then Tater's got 1 left to have a swing. So he's got his base 5, +1 for Windle, take the charge dice away. He's going to have a swing at Anvil, 2s and 3. 1, 2, 3 away is... We'll go for another mow down. I'm going to take a... How much health are you on, mate?
4.
I'm going to make it easier for Windle. I am going to take the momentous mow down. I'm going to knock Anvil on his bum.
Okay.
So that's done quite a healthy bit of momentum there for Tater. Not too bad with his charge underway.
And I use tough as nails on Anvil.
Yep, so he's on many armour.
He's on 4 armour.
Oh, this is going to be painful. I'm going to regret that knockdown, but I've done it now, so we'll see what happens next.
Okay, we're going to go with Iron next then.
You're going to finish the job that I started on the on the cockerel.
Hopefully. I doubt very much the cockerel's going to survive this whole game, I think. But so forgo movement by standing him up.
Oh, I should have dodged with the cockerel. What an idiot. Oh, no, it's from an enemy attack. Don't worry, that's fine.
Righty-ho. And then buy an attack on the cockerel, which would normally be 6, but down to 5 because of the crowding out.
Yes. So you
we
need 4s.
1, 2, 3, which isn't quite enough, but it will do a momentous 2 damage.
I will take my dodge.
Yep.
The cockerel's going to be like, nope, not having any of that.
So that's momentous 2 damage, and I'll spend that 2 momentum straight away to heal 5 health on the Master Anvil.
For God's sake, just let them die.
And that takes him back up to 9.
Yeah, so I did myself out of a little bit of stuff there, so I'm going to spend 1 of my momentum to heal Windle's status conditions, who's not on fire or burning anymore. He's going to eat this harvest marker to have himself a big breakfast. He's going to walk outside of this bubble, so he's still being engaged by Furnace, but he is ignoring Anvil because Anvil's on his bum. He's outside of Sledge because we won't quite get there, and he's going to have a go at having a swing at Cinder. So because I had my big breakfast, I get an extra point of influence. And we have our first go. So we've got 5 tack base, +2 for big breakfast, +1 for Grange, +1 for honest labour, and we are, zoom out a little bit, going to be on +2 damage to these swings, and we're after 4s and 1.
-1.
-1, yeah, thank you. -1 because of Furnace.
4s and 1.
4s and 1.
No, 3s and 1.
3s and 1.
3s and 1.
Oh, so many 2s. -1 is 4 hits. Is going to be momentous 4 damage. So 2 up to 4. And that will trigger the Berserk. And after 3s and 1 again. One away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She hasn't got a lot of health in this first place. I am going to take the momentous snack break, I think. So I'm going to heal 4 HP, so I'm back up to full health, and next time I take someone out, I get a +1 VP. Spend a round of attacks. 2 hitter. This is where I'll bite myself in the backside now because I won't be able to roll dice. 3s and 1. Yep, there it is. 2 hits. 3 damage for the tooled up and the honest labour. Triggers the berserk.
There you go.
And the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take the momentous 4.
So one left.
And then final swing. And then 1. She's on 1 health.
Yep.
Yeah, there's nothing else momentous I can do, so I'll take the momentous 2, which will go up to 4, which will give me another momentum for the takeout, and that'll put me on 5 VP because I get an extra 1. And I've got my berserk attack, which I might as well swing at furnace. So I'm just going to be on my base 5 plus the 2 for big breakfast.
Yep.
So snap break's gone. So furnace is what?
He is 3s and 2s.
3s and 2. Bump, 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 miss. 2 away is going to be 2 damage because he's not in Grange's aura, in Grange's range, so it's 1 up to 2 because they're tooled up. And that'll do for Windle. That wasn't too bad a showing.
Yeah, it wasn't
just saw Cinder on her own and took her out. So we will go back to.
It's you because you took my last model.
Ah,
so it's just the scarecrow.
Back to the disarmed scarecrow.
Yeah.
So back in a sec. I did realise that I completely forgot to heal Grange there, which was a stupid play, but I'm going to go first next anyway, so I'm hoping that that won't bite me in the backside too much. So Jack Straw is simply going to teleport just to this position here, so he is hopefully, still engaging Ferrite, and he's going to spend his 2 just to chuck a crop circle, where you can see here, just do some dusting just to leave 1 near Windle in case we need it. Next turn, and that is the end of this turn. And the momentum race, I think, is very much in the farmer's favour for once. So I am definitely going to go first next turn. So we'll go to the allocation and be back in a sec. What is this? Turn 5 now, is it?
Turn 5.
Jeez,
yes.
Right. So we've gone for rationale here for the farmers is to try and clean up some dead wood, which is really difficult because we're left with all the stodgy players. So we've got Sledge, but neither Windle nor Grange can realistically kill him in 1 shot without spiky numbers. So Grange has got 6 on just because he might knock down, walk away from Sledge and go and beat up the big blokes in the middle. 1 on Harrow in case he needed tooled up. Nothing on Peck because Peck is just chilling out really. 3 on Tater, 2 on Windle as normal, and 3 on Jack Straw at the back, who's being engaged by a returned Cinder now.
Yeah.
So how many have we got on Ferrite, mate?
We've got 2 on Ferrite and 2 on Cinder.
Yep.
Opening up potentially for a bit of ganging up action on the Scarecrow. We've given 2 to Iron, 3 to the Knockdown Anvil, 1 to Furnace for the obligatory tooled up in a minute, and only 2 on Sledge. Hedging my bets really just in case he doesn't survive the Grange onslaught.
Right, we'll see how it goes next. Okay, I'm going to start our journey with Grange, who is going to spend 1 influence to have a swing at Sledge. We've got 6 attack base, +1 for Harrow crowding, -1 for the cover. So we're after 4s and 1, mate?
4s and 1, yes.
Oh.
That's a very good.
That's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now what do you do?
Yeah, I didn't really need that. The 2-inch push is tempting. I'm just going to take the momentous knockdown because who are we kidding in life? We're just going to do that all of the time. So that's point of momentum.
Okay, and I'll take the tough as nails option.
That is
with Sledge.
Right, so that gives him an extra point of armor.
Point of armor.
I am then going to, I think, make a bit of a move. So Grange has got a 5-inch move, so realistically if he snakes himself a little bit he can basically get through that gap there, just to there. So I wonder if he can get to a point where he's engaging pretty much everyone. I don't think so, so I apologise to the people on camera. Actually, happy with that, mate? I don't know if he's quite in with Sledge. I think they're just about.
Just move those for
yeah, thank you. Just there. Yeah, I've just given them a bit of a nudge. So, engaging all the people.
Yep.
It allows Windle to make a dodge as well, and Windle is quite simply just going to make a 1-inch dodge, just to there. Grange is then going to spend 1 to have an attack on Furnace. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Furnace is again within an inch of cover, but the crowding out with Windle
Cancels it
out. We're after 3s and
2s.
And then 2 away. Is surprisingly a momentous knockdown. Grange doing Grange things. He is then going to. He's got 4 left on him. He's going to have a swing, I think. Yeah, we've been crowding there, and Tater's crowding there, isn't he? So we're going to have a swing at Anvil.
Yep.
So we've got 2, 4, 6, plus 1 for Tater, plus 1 for Windle.
And +1 for the fact that he's knocked on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And 2s and 2? 2s and 3.
2s and 3.
Miss, and then 3 away.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be the momentous 3, which will go down to 2. Grange is going to swing again at Anvil. So same dice. And I think I'm going to bonus time this.
Yep.
Oh, yep, that's probably why I did it. And then 3 away. It's 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take the momentous honest labour just to have it up and good to go. I'm going to swing again without the bonus time this time. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll do it without the bonus time this time. So I'll lose a dice. So I've got my 6 base, plus 2 mates, plus 1 because he can't go any lower than 2. Oh, bad times. 3 away. Another momentous 2, which go down to 1. And a final swing, which will be bonus timed. Might as well.
Yep.
1 miss, 3 armour is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be the momentous 3, which will go down to 2. And Grange is going to spend 1 momentum, because I'm actually remembering it this time, to heal himself 5 health. I don't think it's going to help him in the long run, but he kind of needs it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has got a harvest marker to chuck out. Simplest character in the game, Grange. You know, really uncomplicated. So Windle is within 2 of that one. We are just going to chuck 1 there, I think, as well. And is that all of the things? I think that's all of the things. I think I've done all the things. I could have done Constitution, but all of the things. So, how many is Anvil left on, mate?
Anvil is left on 4.
4, and everybody has just had a saw blade to the side of the head to knock them down. So that'll do. We'll see what the blacksmiths do next.
So, everybody's knocked down. Everybody's knocked down at the moment. So it's a bit of a pain fest for the blacksmiths. But we're going to go for a bit of revenge on the chicken. With Iron, he's just going to move. So he's in base to base with the chicken. Not going outside of Tater's melee zone. So that'll be normally a 6 base attack. But we'll go down to 5 with the -1. And needing...
4s, because he's nice.
4s.
That is...
No.
3 hits.
3 hits.
Can you do 3 damage?
So
It's iron.
Is that enough?
I'm not surprised if it is.
Well, you're going to dodge, won't you, away?
But you're base to base with me.
So base to base, so I'll still get another attack. So we will go for the momentous 2 damage.
Okay, chicken is gonna
Yeah,
Just-
with its pain reaction.
just kind of go, no!
And then with its last attack, we will then do 5 dice again.
Yep.
So that's 1, 2. We'll do momentous 2 damage again,
That
which
pops
should
the
be enough
chicken.
to pop the chicken.
However, he does become fertilizer. So,
And then that gives us another point of momentum. So
and that gives you a point to put you on 3 VP. Right?
3 BPs, and we'll spend the 2 momentum there to heal 5.
Stop
hit points
healing Anvil,
on
for
Anvil.
God's sake. Stop healing him. Let me
So
kill him.
Anvil's back up to 9.
Oh, you suck. So the bloodlust is set in now. because the goddamn thing won't die. So Windle's going to eat this harvest marker. So he gets his 3rd point of influence, and he has his big breakfast. I think he was engaging Anvil, but for the sake of it, we're just gonna move there, and we're gonna have a swing at Anvil. So we have 5 dice base. I realise I put the camera in a really awkward place now for me to reach over. Plus 2 for Grange with his normal and his honest labour, and 1 for Tater, and we get 2 for big breakfast, and we get 1 because Anvil can't go lower than 2 defence. And we're after 2s and 3s.
Yep.
Right. So I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna scoot. So I've got this big space they're all in now. 2s and 3. 1 miss, 3 away.
It's gonna be painful.
I'm on +1 damage, aren't I, because of Grange. So that is 7. I've just rolled that over, but it was a hit.
Yep.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a wrap. So I'll take the momentous 4 and the non-momentous 2. So it's 3 up to 4. So basically, do you want me to just give the straight numbers?
And it's got to 5. Just give us
So
straight
3 and 1. So 4 altogether.
altogether. Yeah.
One of those is worth a point of momentum. I then get the Berserk attack.
Is that 1? Yeah, because you're 1 + 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
So swing it. And then 3 misses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How much health is he on?
He's on 5 health.
I am going to take a momentous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Momentous 4.
Okay.
Down to 3. Sorry.
So you've got 2 left.
2 left, and then we're just going to go for the snap break here to try and get the kill. So swing. I don't think I've set momentum. Right, editor, me, basically. I think I forgot half my momentum there, so I apologise to the people, but never mind. So, swing. Take away the 1s. 3 armour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is a wrap. I'll take the momentous snack break and the non-momentous 1 up to 2 down to 1. So, snap
1
break.
health left. Yeah.
And then basically the Berserk attack. And take 3 is going to be a momentous damage. Momentous 2 up to 3 down to 2. So
that's Anvil gone.
And that's another, so that's 3 VP.
3 VPs, yes.
So it puts me on 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe.
Yes.
And then I've got 1 left. So it's the snap break gone. I'm going to have a swing at Furnace. So let's work this out. 2, 4, 5, +2 for Big Breakfast, +1 for Grange, +2 for Grange, +1 for Harrow. And I think that's it.
Yep.
But Furnace is in cover. So if I take 1 away,
Yep.
Furnace is down to
2s and 2s.
2s and 2s. Oh,
Ooh.
the dice gods are returning. They're returning, they're angry. That's a wrap again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a. He's got to a fight as well, hasn't he?
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't. So that is a momentous 4 and a non-momentous 2. And then Berserk. Yep, that's gonna. 2 armour.
Just as much pain.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same again. Momentous 4, non-momentous 2. And I'm going to spend 2 of my momentum. Grange has healed himself, but he hasn't received the come on, mate. So I'm going to spend 2 just to heal Grange up to 20 health. And I imagine there's momentum that's gone all over the place during that, but the main thing is Windle kill stuff.
He does.
And I think that is probably it. So we'll go back to you, mate.
Okay, nice simple one. We'll stand up with Furnace. He will then spend 1 to tool up Sledge, and then that will be his turn over.
And we'll go back to Tater. So actually, we've realised that Jack Straw's not in the best position, so I'm going to spend a momentum to heal him back up to full health, because he was not feeling particularly healthy. He is going to spend 2 to chuck a crop dusting circle, just where you can see it there. He's going to use, what is it, if I only had a brain, I think, he's going to do his free teleport to that one, he's going to pay to teleport to that one, and then he's going to end his turn on that one. Janky Jack Straw.
Yep.
And I think that'll do, so we'll go back to you, mate.
Okay, we're then going to go with Sledge. He's going to forego his movement to stand up. He's then going to buy an attack against Grange.
Grange is going to counter-attack.
Righty-ho. We are on base, which is 5 attacks, -1 for the cover, +1, -1 for a friend each.
Yeah.
So 4 dice.
3
needing
pluses.
3s.
Oh, +1 damage. Oh, 1
6. 6 with +1 damage is we'll do a momentous 1, which goes up to 2 damage.
Okay.
But with that, I get 2 knockback, so I can push you back 1 inch.
So we're going to take him a counter.
No.
Mean person.
And then we'll just come ever so
You can't
slightly.
move because you've stood up, mate.
You can't dodge.
Yeah, you could dodge, but the counter's going to come back then.
And 1 dodge directly towards. But
Yeah. So you'll be within melee range
But
again.
do I have to move the full 1 inch?
No. So you can stay outside
So I
melee.
can
Sorry,
stay-
my bad.
Stay out, do a dodge, but stay outside the melee.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're going to whack Harrow.
And then we're going to whack Harrow. Yep. Which is, again, 5 down to 4 dice because he gets the cover.
Yes. You want 3s against Harrow.
3s against Harrow and
2 hits.
2 hits. And we will do a momentous 2 damage.
Puts Harrow on 17.
And that's the end of his turn.
So we're going to go with Tater then. We did just do a little knockback to Harrow here, which has kind of brought him into the range of Iron to crowd. Tater is going to spend 1 to do a round of attacks. He has got 5 tap base, he gets 2 mates, and he gets another 1 for honest labour. The +1 for honest labour will cancel out the tough hide on Iron, so we're just going to go with straight numbers. And we're after 2s and 2.
Yep.
All hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a wrap. The mow down is tempting, but no, I'm going to take the momentous 3 and the momentous 1, mate. I'm going to swing again. Another one of those rolls will be good.
Yes. Yep, would be very good.
Nope. 2 armour is 4 hits. Is going to be a momentous 2. And then, he's got 3 health left.
3 health left.
Right, I'm going to swing again, but I'm going to bonus time. And if this doesn't work, Harrow can do the job. So there's me bonus time. So 5, +2 mates, plus honest labour, plus another 1 for bonusing. 2s and 2.
Oh yes.
Just, yeah, that'll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 2 is a wrap. Momentous 3. Momentous.
That's him gone.
So that puts me on 10 points, we believe.
Yes.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Tater hasn't moved, so Tater's going to make a 6-inch mosey just to go and engage Furnace. So we're just going to move to that position there. I think, yeah, that position there, just we stay within the harvest token. And we'll go back to the blacksmiths.
Okay, we're going to go with Cinder next. Not many options left now. She's going to spend 1 to run, clearing this harvest marker token.
Flicking it away with
just disdain. And then spend 1 to have a pot shot at the scarecrow. With 5 dice, needing 5s to hit.
Yes.
Oh,
look at that. That's a cop dice there as well, mate.
Yeah.
Do you want to re-roll that?
Okay, we'll go with that one.
No, never mind.
No.
Let's hope for another 6.
We will do a momentous 2 damage with that one.
Okay, it knocks Jack down to 8.
and generates another point of momentum, and that is it.
Okay, Harrow left for me. Because he starts within a couple of inches of Tater, he gets to put down a harvest marker. He's going to simply move just round to this position here, which means he is going to be engaged by Sledge. He's going to spend his 1 to have an attack. So his playbook is not great, Harrow. So we've got 5 tap base, but we lose 1 for cover, and we lose 1 for crowding. However, we have got Windle, Tater, Grange, and another one for Grange's Honest Labour nearby. We're after 3s and 2.
3s and 2s, yes.
So miss, 2 away is 4, and even for the mighty Harrow, that's still pathetic. I've got a choice of like a 1 damage sow the seeds, or a momentous knockdown. So I know this might shock you, mates, but I think I might take the momentous knockdown.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
And that is a point of momentum as well. So we'll go last to Ferrite and see how she can round off the turn. She's going for it.
She's going for it. There's not a lot left. I think we may be losing that scrum in the next turn, so let's get some more points on the board. With her, we'll do a... she had 3 momentum. I'm sure she did.
3 influence.
Yeah, 3 influence. As we had worked out. She'll do a... spend 1 to do the acrobatic for 2 inches. We'll then spend 1 of our momentum to glide, and then she's going to sprint down to here.
Lovely. Even if she only had 2, I owe you some influence anyway for screwing you over, so I think you allowed it.
2 to there, and then...
Bonus time shot, maybe?
Bonus time shot on the goal.
How many gazillion dice does she roll?
She gets 5 dice, needing...
Broken Blacksmiths on needing a 4.
That's a
Screamer! Bangs it, so you get 2 momentum for your troubles there.
2 momentum for the troubles. I'll spend 1 of those to do a little dodge into cover. Not that I think that she's going to be the target for anything in the not too distant future. But there we go. That's it.
That's the end of the turn.
End of the turn.
The momentum race is... we think I'm at least...
I'm only on 4.
Yeah, and I've got a gazillion.
Yes.
So
it's yours.
I'm definitely going to go first.
It's yours to go first. Yeah.
We'll go to the allocation for turn...
And the kick out.
Yeah, I'll kick it out and go to the allocation. Turn 6. And after an absolute war this has been, we've got the final turn, hopefully. We're hoping Furnace can be the sacrificial puppet. Sledge has not died, despite everything. Sledge is going to end this game on full health, which is just disgusting. So 6 on Grange, 2 on Windle, 4 on Tater, 3 on Harrow. Can you guess what we're going for? You've got Anvil and Iron who've just made their way back on the pitch.
Just made their way back on the pitch. Each of them got 1 just to give them a bit of sprint movement up. I was thinking about impetus, but I don't think it's going to make any difference whatsoever. Then there's 3 on Sledge, 3 on Furnace, just in case the miraculous happens. 4 on Ferrite.
Try and nick the ball again.
1 on Cinder, as ever.
Right, so we'll go to the first activation of the final turn with the Farmers. Right, we're going to go with what brought us to the fight. I was deliberating whether or not to do Grange or Windle, but Windle's not being crowded, so Windle's going to eat this Harvest Mocha. Harvest Mocha. It's been that much of a game that
Having
I'm
a bit of a smoker now.
Smoking a moke. And he's going to gain a point of influence as well. He's got a round of attacks on Furnace, so we have got 5 tack base, plus 3 mates nearby, plus 2 for Big Breakfast, minus 1 because of cover. I think that's it. We are after no bonuses. We're after
2s and 2.
2s and 2 because he's knocked down. 1 away, then 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Momentous 3, mate.
Yep.
And that'll trigger the
3 more to go.
Berserk.
And that's it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is it.
Momentous
Momentous
game.
3. Great game,
Thank you very
mate.
much indeed.
What a war that was. We are going to have a cup of tea and then come back for the post-match interviews.
And we are back, and I'm a filthy cheater, I apologise for that.
Not at all.
But what a gruelling game that was.
Yeah, that was a bit of a slugfest in the middle of the pitch.
They don't die. Why don't they die?
It's that 5 hill. It's brilliant.
Yeah, both of us made full use of that. I think having that at your disposal was ridiculous.
Yeah.
They were really, really, I know it's obvious, but they really were hardy. The masters, Anvil and Furnace, with the tough hide and the defence and everything, they just don't.
Yeah, no, they're a bit of a beast.
I think one thing Mike was really good at was protecting the apprentices. It took me 3 turns to isolate Cinder, isolate Sledge, and go after them because you had your masters buffing them and keeping them in cover.
But I think once you worked that out, they were sort of ripped through them.
Once you got the steamroller going,
yeah,
man of the match I think is Windle, because
most definitely.
Windle eats things and he's just ridiculous when he goes after stuff. But very cagey. I think Ferrite getting the goal just proves if she's anywhere near it. I think a team that doesn't have something like Jackstraw, I imagine you probably with the practice you've had, mate, just bounce Ferrite off people and score all the time. I mean,
and the disarm is.
Jackstraw is just Jackstraw with his 3 tack, and we're down to like 1. You can't do anything. But
but fantastic game.
I think even with characters with unpredictable movement, like your Briskets and things like that, I think they're going to struggle with Ferrite with their acrobatic. It's really a case that the fact Jackstraw could just run to the other side of the pitch and go, come and get me. But she's going to be horrendous, I think, against like engineers or fish teams who want to have the ball at their feet, and she's going to bounce in, disarm you, bang a goal in and go, you're hobbled now, by the way, you're not moving.
Yeah, you're not moving anywhere.
But no, who's been your favourite player to use out there?
Most favourite player, it has to be Sledge.
Oh God, the damage!
When you can get him up and running.
Grange felt the full force of that hammer.
Once you can get the pile driver and the singled out option, that's way.
And the natural crowding you have because you've got them nearby.
Because you've got them nearby.
I think the farmers. A lot of people say they enjoy playing the farmers because the farmers show off what the full playbook your opponent can do, if that makes sense. Because their armours are quite low and so their defence is low and they haven't got any armour.
Yes.
You can get the really cool wraps, but even with dodgy dice, which you had the worst dice in that game, even with that it was like 7 damage. I was also 8 damage with the tool up. It's just...
No, it's a pain fest.
How are we feeling about Alloy and Ha? Who we think that you might swap it? I mean, you've got to bring Alloy in, sure.
Well, Alloy's definitely got to make it in, but it's then who to drop really at the moment, and I think he's probably a natural swap currently would be with Iron.
Yes.
Whilst he is good, I think Alloy would definitely bring a lot more tools to the game. In terms of
5 minutes of damage he's got something Alloy as well.
Yes, plus then you can get to choose options in terms of whether or not you're going to go for a goal or you're going to do more damage. So.
Especially if Hearth is nearby with the 2-inch melee range and all that kind of stuff. Ferrite with 2-inch melee range is going to be horrendous. Because that game was okay because I had full 2-inch melee range and you had
only 2 models that had 2-inch melee.
But with Hearth there, and you can
she
can chuck it out.
Yeah, she can chuck it out. Hers up to 3-inch, and then everybody else is up to 2-inch. And that's where I think then the other GIC card in terms of swapping captains midway through the game will definitely come into play.
I think we were kind of talking about how these 2 teams were playing tournaments. That is probably the longest game we've had. Hopefully it's probably one of the most enjoyable because we had a blast. But like in a tournament when you've got to think, are the Farmers and Blacksmiths, maybe a very footballing Blacksmith way, I think you're going to get points quickly, but the Farmers are really slow burn. I think without Bushel on the pitch. Bushel on the pitch is a different matter.
Yes.
You know, it would have been a first turn goal probably.
Yeah, and I think that's where you'll then have to sort of do the team selection to the tournament play. Unfortunately, I'm only restricted to 6 models at the moment, so
exactly.
It's getting used to what influence to put on whom and who generates what.
And then when you bring the other ones in, you can slot and play with them.
Yeah.
I think from a farmer's perspective, I definitely want Millstone in that team instead of Jackstraw as the planter. She does so much for the team. She's so good at defending. I think we need to see what Fallow does. She needs to be released, and we need to see.
Yeah.
But no, we hope you enjoyed that. If you want to catch any more of our match reports, you can always find us at Patreon. There'll be a link in the description or on our channel. We're doing Guild Ball campaign match reports. We're playing through the story. We've got Ox chopping Corsair's leg off. We've got Brisket being killed by Snakeskin. We've got all manner of stuff. So if you want to check out all that exclusive content, you can. As always, thank you again, mate.
No,
fantastic to have you around.
Okay.
We're definitely going to need a rematch where I don't cheat.
Not at all. Let's
And,
remember what cards are played.
Yeah, just when the game goes back, you always say you don't remember, you don't realise how much you forget, but wow.
Yeah.
But no, we hope you enjoyed, guys, and leave us some comments below, and we'll catch you again soon.